Hello, everyone. My name's Judd Marcello, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of FARI, and this is Special Delivery. If you're joining us before, you know what this is all about. If you've never joined us before, Special Delivery is a show that we put on the last Thursday of every month where we talk about what's happening with deliveries and everything that's associated with deliveries, supply chain, customer expectations, retailers. You can imagine right now is a very important time for deliveries. It's a very important time for retailers. It's a very important shopping season, and there's a lot that's happening. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. We've got a great guest with us. I'm going to introduce him a little bit later on. But just back to Special Delivery, look, we really cater to speaking with professionals that are involved in supply chain logistics, we're with delivery logistics, with satisfying their customers. You know, at FARI itself, we're a last mile delivery logistics company. We sell software that helps retailers, third-party logistic providers deliver their products on time, every time to satisfied customers. So, you know, we spend a lot of time talking about this, and we're going to spend a little more time talking about it with you today. You know, our kind of thought process here at FARI is that, you know, every business that considers itself customer-centric today really should consider itself a delivery and logistics company. Because coming out of the pandemic, we know that e-commerce was booming. Everybody had these massive expectations where nobody was going to go in stores anymore, and everybody was going to be online doing all of their shopping. And when that happens, deliveries take center stage. Now, certainly, a lot of that enthusiasm has been tempered. We've seen that in the market, right? A lot of that is from macroeconomic factors, global socioeconomic factors, you know, just inflation, right? Recession. Talk of inflation and recession is really starting to hit retailers and consumers, both where it hurts, right? So now, that said, you know, there's still a lot of optimism. There's still a lot of like enthusiasm right now for satisfying customers and making sure that people get what they need in a critical period. And that's the holiday shopping season. For us here in the United States, you know, Thanksgiving is next week, and Thanksgiving lands on a Thursday. You know what happens on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving? It's Black Friday, the traditional online shopping day, if you will, right? And then what follows on Monday? What has been called Cyber Monday. Another, like, that was supposed to be the online version of Black Friday a long time ago. And now it's all really morphed into one big selling season, okay? And so that means retailers have to get prepared for this. Delivery and logistics companies have to get prepared for this. And consumers are getting prepared for this, right? Because they have a wallet that they need to open, and they need to make critical decisions on who they're going to spend their money with this time of year. And guess what? That wallet isn't opening as far as it used to, right? Because of what's happening today from an economic standpoint, what's happening at home with families' budgets and what have you. So the decisions that consumers are making today about how they're going to spend during this peak holiday season become even more critical. And it's more critical for all of you that are involved in providing an experience, or providing goods, or delivering to these consumers. Because now, you know, when they make their decisions on who they spend with, they're going to be expecting a lot in return, and not just the goods that they buy. They're going to be expecting service. They're going to be expecting, that you deliver when you say you're going to deliver, or, you know, when a commitment is made, and they're probably going to expect more out of you when they get what they want. They don't really want it, and they want to return it. So this critical holiday season, very important. One of the things we like to do here is take a look at what's happening in the market, and we take a look at some of the headlines out there. So I got a couple headlines for you today. The first one I want to pull up is from FreightWaves. Okay. And FreightWaves, the headline here is Black Friday is so 2020. Welcome to the longest holiday shopping season ever. And this really references a number of things. What FreightWaves is saying is that, you know, no longer is it just this consolidated shopping period to a weekend now, or Christmas, or what have you. A couple shows ago here on Special Delivery, we talked about how retailers like Walmart and Target were starting their holiday deals earlier in October than they ever have before, right? They're trying to get that share of wallet. They're extending return windows. to, all the way through January. People are now trying to accommodate what's happening in the market with different rules around when you can buy, when you can return, starting those deals early to capture those dollars because consumers only have so many to spread around now. So it's really important to think, the shopping season just doesn't start and end on a particular day anymore, Black Friday, right? It's really on now from October to January. And you have to be thinking about the experience that you're delivering at all times throughout those holiday months. And it becomes more pressure on you to meet greater customer expectations, right? And to be competitive in the market. So one of the other things that I thought was really interesting from this article, just a couple things to call out. It said, like, not only is our consumer expectations increasing and putting more demands on retailers, couple stats from here. Peak holiday season hiring is down. They anticipate holiday hiring to be down like 30% on seasonal employees. We know this is a big rush year. People are looking for extra jobs, earn a few extra bucks. So lots of retailers are hiring to help with in-store help or warehouse help or what have you. But they're thinking that's going to be down 30% this year. Okay. And that means because of tampered sales. It could mean because people are strapped and already working a couple jobs and they don't need that extra one anymore. But fewer holiday seasonal employees is going to put more downward pressure on retailers' abilities to deliver for customers. Okay. Another one I saw was interesting was, look, I don't actually, it's not interesting. It's probably obvious more than anyone. 91% of all merchants surveyed by FreightWaves are saying that they expect holiday costs to be higher this year, right? Whether it's costs are coming from everywhere. It could be costs involved in the supply chain, costs involved in shipping, just cost of goods in general, or cost of employees is increasing. So, being efficient this year on the retailer and the supplier side and delivering a better customer experience this year becomes even harder because you have to serve both masters. So, we'll share these links afterwards. I encourage you to have a quick read of this article, a lot more insights there. The other one I wanted to call out quickly was one from the Wall Street Journal. Headline here is retailers are turning to specific day delivery over speedy shipping. Okay. Same day shipping, 2-hour window shipping, 24-hour shipping. Speed has been the thing that we want to, that retailers have wanted to accommodate in terms of get the products where they need to be to the consumer as fast as humanly possible. Speed has been the competitive advantage. Now what retailers are saying to consumers is, hey, look, based on currently what's happening right now, yes, we want to get there as fast as possible. We also want to be as accurate as possible. So we are going to focus on making sure that we get you something on a specific day at a specific time. So consumers have to expect variations in when they get their products delivered, as opposed to expecting or come to expecting that same day delivery, that 2-hour delivery window. And it really leads us into our guest today and our primary topic. And look, we know stress happens during the holiday seasons and people need their stuff when they order it, right? Tensions are high. Nobody wants to be wondering, am I going to get my stuff on time? But everybody is asking, where is my order? Okay. In the industry, those in the industry, we know what we call it, right? WISMO, where is my order? Right? That's something that we have to deal with. That is part of actually the strategy and the solution when we think about our process for deliveries or how we do deliveries. We want to avoid customers having to say, where is my order? And that means being on time. It means being accurate. It means giving them visibility to where the order is in the delivery process. Even though it's out of their hands, we want them to feel as though they're part of the process. And it also means giving retailers, logistics providers, what have you, the technology and the know-how so that they can have the visibility to understand where their fleets are or where their deliveries are, so they can manage those better to make sure they get them on time so nobody is saying WISMO. All right, cool. That brings us to our guest. Our guest today is Steve Angelevski, and Steve is the Director of Operations Last Mile at Metro Supply Chain Group. Steve, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Judd.
Great. Steve, look, why don't you do this? Why don't you introduce yourself to our guests and tell them a little bit about Metro Supply Chain?
Okay. My name is Steve Angelevski. I'm Director of Operations Last Mile for Metro Supply Chain. I joined Metro Supply Chain just a little over 2 years ago. Prior to that, I spent 35 years in last mile in another industry. At Metro Supply Chain, I oversee the small parcel division. In essence, I'm the chief of getting the product from point A to point B in an efficient and effective way that meets and exceeds the expectations of the consumer.
Got it. That last part that you brought up, thanks for the quick intro. That last part you brought up, I think, is very interesting. Helping with efficiency on supplier side, meeting customer expectations on the consumer side. That's pretty hard to balance, right? Especially when we're talking about, this holiday period, thinking about WISMO. Like, what's your philosophy there? How do you think about your role in balancing meeting both of those expectations?
So, Judge, for all of our last mile customers, company-wide, whether it's the client or the end consumer, we focus on the 4 C's: choice, control, convenience, and communication. And I'll tell you a little bit about each. For choice, we have simple, easy to understand service offerings. We give the consumer the ability to influence their delivery date, as you had just referenced to a little earlier. As well, their delivery window. They also have the ability to select if they want a 7-day a week service, or through our statutory holidays. We are available to make it convenient for them. We also give them the choice of how to easily reach us. They can reach Metro Supply Chain customer service department, or they can reach our clients' customer service department. As well, the second C is convenience. And clearly with convenience is we want to keep them informed with clear, concise, and accurate real-time tracking and visibility. The consumer also wants to be able to easily reach you. And we provide that by either phone, email, or chat. And most of our consumers, Judd, like to communicate with us through chat. Clearly, I mean, chat is live, it's interactive, and people don't hide behind the fact that an email is sent and 6-7 hours later you might answer an email. As well, in our situation, we offer fast shipping. For fast shipping for us, it's not hyper local. We're not Uber late. What we do is from the time that the consumer creates the order to the time we deliver, in the majority of our markets in Canada, it's less than 24 hours. The third C is control. And this is where the customer is in the driver's seat. They have clear visibility right from order creation to the minute we bring it to one step from their opening of the door on the porch. They want to see every interaction in between. As well, the customer, if for whatever reason, if they want to amend or modify their delivery schedule, we can do that as well. We enable them to reschedule if they wish. The fourth C is communication. And with communication at Metro Supply Chain, we're a transparent partner. Our commitment to processes and TMS systems like FAR-I add an extra layer of communication that the consumer needs. We give them actually two-way communication when they are next in the delivery for the driver. We affectionately call this as "you are next." And if something is wrong, they can easily get in touch with us at Metro Supply Chain Customer Service or the client's customer service department team with the click of a button. As well, when we have a successful delivery, we give the consumer the option in the screen, in the view that we send them in the email for the successful delivery. They can provide delivery feedback to us. They can also rate their experience. And when that information is available in real time to the client, Clearly, we also review it with the client in our regular business meetings. But the beauty of something like this is that it's available in real time. We also offer functionality in PODs, the proof of deliveries to the consumer. We provide them with multiple PODs. They have an option to go through a gallery. They can click on the forward arrow, forward button on their laptop, or their backward button, and they can scroll through the gallery of the PODs. Conversely, they can also opt out to click on the tracking link, and they can see the same information and the multiple PODs that we take that are designed to collaborate. We actually deliver to the right address. As well, Judd, for us, we are very hyper-focused on the end consumer. And, we know that the client wants us to support the end consumer in providing superior delivery, exceptional delivery, knowing that will come back to help their brand. At the end of the day, what does the customer want the most? They want hassle-free delivery.
That's right. That's right.
They want to get the product delivered right the first time, on time, and according to the delivery specifications they provided. In the absence of a delivery specification they provided, obviously to the porch, where in the situation where it's a business or condominiums, it's in a secure location such as security or concierge. If this is done well, it provides a positive delivery experience, and we will have a satisfied customer, and we will have a satisfied client. Hyper-focus doesn't just stop with the customer. It also applies to our client in how we operate with the client in terms of transparent and visible platform, as well as data capture that we provide them to support their planning and decision-making. We keep them engaged in continuous improvement. We work with them together so that we can customize and personalize their client portal that gives them real-time access and visibility to what they want to see, as well to what their customer service department might want to see, because the two are not the same. One view for operation and the executives, and there's a different view that we have available for the customer service department. Through our TMS, FARI, different users are assigned different accesses based on permissions. The beauty, Judd, of something like this is that it reduces layers of teams involved. This is a very powerful tool for the client. It's like one-stop shopping, everything at your fingertips under one umbrella. They don't have to go through many sources to get the information that they need so that they can respond in an informative way to the consumer that's questioning them, where is my order? This as well has reduced correspondence between Metro Supply Chain and the client.
Yeah.
Thirdly, Judd, we are also very hyper-focused as a company at Metro Supply Chain. At Metro Supply Chain, it's our people, our processes, and our technology that sets us apart and makes us a strategic partner to our clients. This is what's made us a successful 3PL in Canada, US, and parts around the world. We are transparent and we communicate with our clients. We also collaborate. In essence, Judd, we are advisors to our clients. We engage them in every step of the process.
Steve, this is why Metro Supply Chain is so successful, right? A philosophy like this, breaking it down into the 4 C's like you did, it just goes to show how in your advisor-like role, how you're trying to serve like both sides of the equation, right? And to do so in a very proficient manner, right? That creates great business satisfaction, creates customer satisfaction. When I'm listening to the 4 C's, a couple things jumped out at me. One is I'm just trying to visualize it, and I'm thinking there's probably one massive C right in the middle, and that's the consumer piece. And you really harped on that too. Just it's about the consumers, because if it isn't a great experience, they're not coming back. So,
Right.
even as an advisor, you almost have a role here, right? To make sure that customer satisfaction happens. Not that you're on the hook in a sense, but, if you can help create a satisfied customer, you'll create a lifetime customer. And I love that mentality. I think of those 4 C's, the couple that really resonate with me as a consumer, not just a professional in this industry, comms and control, right? Especially right now. We're talking about WISMO. Being in communication, chat, instantaneous. I want my answer now, so I don't have to think about this all day because I'm a busy person and I just want to find out if my stuff's going to be here on time. And then some level of control on the consumer side, and that can be visibility. That can just be instantaneous conversation and helping somebody get the answer they need that makes them feel that things aren't out of control, which creates a sense of control. So I really love those 2 C's in your overall 4 C's. Let me throw something out. Let me ask a couple questions. In the research for this today, what the most compelling stat that I saw around this time of year, well, specifically this time of year, but in general, I saw that WISMO makes up 70 to 80% of all customer queries during peak hours. Like, this is the number one thing people want to know. Where is my order? How do you help brands? How do you help companies protect their brand when it comes to WISMO? Well, like, what are some of the tips that you have for people out there?
Yep, for sure. So, Judd, outside of the 4 C's, we clearly provide them with real-time visibility, and it's absolutely critical for them to know, hey, where is my package from order creation to delivery, and in the rare situations where upon unsuccessful delivery it becomes a return and reverse logistics kicks in. We as service providers understand that, and we focus on it to support our customers. But here's a few examples of the levels of communication that we have with the consumer. We inform them when their fulfillment house has released the order to us. We inform them when we accept chain of custody at our warehouse. We inform the consumer when we assign their order to the delivery driver. Then we also inform them when we transfer custody of the order from Metro Supply Chain to the delivery driver, and that the delivery driver is now out in transit, out in delivery. We also inform them when they are next, when they are next for the delivery driver in delivery, what we affectionately regard as you are next. This feature that we have with our TMS provider, FARI, opens up two-way communication between the delivery driver and the consumer. And they can communicate via phone, or if it's convenient, via SMS. The unique feature of something like this that supports the convenience and that supports the engagement of the consumer involved is we also provide a live map view so that the consumer can be at ease. They can see their driver as they're driving to get to their destination to drop off the parcel. And this also is in the same view as the map as they're watching the driver drive. We have a countdown clock that, as the driver is progressing to their house, they can go from 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 down to 0, and they're in front of their location. This is a powerful tool. And then we also communicate with them, Judd, when it's a successful delivery. We give them the multiple PODs that they can easily see. But even when it's an unsuccessful delivery and we weren't able to deliver it for whatever the reasons, we will communicate the reason to them and again provide them with multiple PODs, proof of deliveries, multiple photos, so that they can actually see we were there, we attempted it, as opposed to doing that from the warehouse or somewhere outside of their location. If a customer is running late, or they want us to deliver their package a little bit in the afternoon, or maybe deliver it in the evening, the customer might want, last minute things happen at work, babysitting, they might be out of the house. They might say, "Hey, can you please deliver on another delivery date?" Rescheduling. Well, of course, we have that capability through the driver's app that we can also execute that. This speaks to convenience. During peak, based on the client's business rules, on normal operations, we attempt deliveries 3 to 4 times. During peak, Judd, some of our clients double that. And you say, why are they doubling that?
Yeah,
well, obviously, it's absolutely important that the parcel gets into the hands of the consumer in time for Christmas. I mean, this is purpose. Everyone is buying during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, their Christmas gifts. And again, that for us, that speaks to convenience. With all this various levels of communication that we have going out, from pre-delivery, during the delivery, to post-delivery, it puts the consumer's minds at ease, knowing that we give them the confidence level and the trust that we will deliver their baby, their parcel, their package the first time, on time, and according to the delivery location they want. It helps with the delivery accuracy, Judd.
Yep.
So I'll share some numbers in terms of our delivery performance. There's two metrics that seem to be pretty standard in the final mile space: OTD and FTD. On-time delivery, we're averaging 98.5%. FTD, first-time delivery performance, we're averaging 97%. That's on the consumer side. On the other hand, Judd, the clients, what does the visibility allow them? Clearly for them, it gives them real-time access of what they want to see. And just as importantly, what they want their customer service team to see. Why is this important? Judd, empowerment and self-sufficiency by the client allows them to improve the turnaround time and their response times with the consumer, which minimizes the interactions that typically happen between the end consumer and the client inquiring, "Hey, where is my order?" As well, with the client, the beauty of this is that it also minimizes interactions between Metro Supply Chain and the client. And this obviously speaks to cost reductions as well.
Sure. And that just means that if there's minimal interactions on your side, it means you're doing your job. So, just from a tips perspective, I hear you, using data, using technology to get the visibility you need to inform the customer so they feel like they have the visibility into where their delivery is at all times. The proper communication, the looking for efficiencies within your current operations to try to reduce friction. And if you're working with someone like yourself, then find a partner that can help you do this and help you make sure that things run smoothly over a peak delivery period. So I think really helpful tips there, Steve, and we'll do some summary of this for everyone afterwards. Steve, look, we're about time now, so I really want to thank you for being here today. Learned a lot about Metro Supply Chain. Loved hearing about what you're doing. You certainly have a lot of experience in the industry, and you've been around for a while. Just a quick last 30, 60 seconds. What are you seeing right now out in the market? What are your expectations for this holiday season? You see big sales? You see lots of deliveries?
Yep. So, Judd, although we have our projections for peak, and it's looking like a relatively healthy delivery season for our clients and Metro Supply Chain, what we offer is flexibility to the clients. We can ramp up and down to meet demand levels using FarRise capability of the delivery optimization tool.
Sure.
As an example, Judd, we had a large national retailer that approached us before last peak, wanting to introduce same-day delivery. Because of our people, processes, technology, we were able to quickly ramp up and provide the solution within 2 months. this is a clear example of our entrepreneurial nature backed by our infrastructure and systems that we have in place at Metro Supply Chain.
Yeah, great. Well, look, there you go. Final word from Steve there. If you need help, they can get you up and running in 2 months. So the clock's ticking, everybody. Happy holidays to all of you. I hope it's a great selling season, Steve. Much success to you and Metro Supply Chain this year and going into next. Thanks for being here with our guest on Special Delivery.
Thank you, Judd.